Hi friends, today we are going to learn about the React Redux. This concept already explained is how the flow is going on in previous video. Please look into that one. And in this video we are going to learn about the practically how to write the code, how to implement this Redux concept in the form of coding. Just go to that here. Before going to that, we should install this one. Just open this Redux Toolkit Quick Start. Within this Quick Start, coming to here and click on this copy. Then copy this one. That means npm install at redux.js/toolkit space react-redux. Just go to terminal and right click on that. Already copied. That's why it is coming. Then hit the then it is going to install. Already I have installed, that's why I'm not installing here. Once if you install this one, two things will be, just look here. First one is that redux.js/toolkit is there, installed already, and react redux is there, no, that is installed here, react redux. So after installation, what we have to do, first we need to create the store. Okay, here already it is in reference, some little bit here. Configure the store, and after this one, just if you want to copy this one, just keep it here. Control V. Yes, configured. After this one, what we need to do, this store we have to provide in the index. So coming to this one, click on this and type that provider. Hit this one and so that keep that app in between this, Alt Shift F. Already provided a provider is imported automatically while you type here and control spacebar and hit, no, it is showing that. And after that we need to get this store into index. So store store, which is equals to within curly bracket store store. If you type, automatically it is showing that this store here. Just import it. Yeah, imported. So that's it. We are providing the store for entire application in the index.js. Then we can close this one, no problem. And coming to this app, we need to create a counter program. For example, increment, decrement, and reset. First of all, how is this? Let's see whether it is running or not. Yes, successfully running. Just go to this app here, refresh it. Yes, store does not have a valid reducer. Okay, we will create later, we will fix this. And coming to this app is showing that this one. So we'll remove this one and create this counter here. RAFC, it is a snippet. Then get it here. Where is that? Yeah, in this counter, COUNTR counter. Then import it, automatically imported. Yeah, what we have in the counter, yeah, counter contains counter is that here. Then coming to this store, we need to create the reducer. So before this one, we need to provide that counter reducer what we have in this. So let's give that here, counter COUNTR counter colon this counter reducer is there, no, RAFCE. Just do this, counter reducer came, then assign it to here, counter. Actually we need to do this as small letters. First of all, coming to this counter, and here also we need to keep it a small letter, and come here, just you can copy from here this counter reducer what we are exporting, get it and put it in this, Control V, then import it. It's not coming, just counter reducer store, it has to come here, Alt Shift F. Yeah, counter, we can remove this and keep it a small counter, and here counter reducer, no solutions are coming. 1 second. Here counter reducer, yeah, it is okay. Control S. Automatically not coming, we can import it. Import. Here what we have, counter reducer, Control C, Control V, then from, then double quotes, dot slash, okay, where is that, reducer A, counter reducer APO slash, where is that, counter reducer, this one, yeah, came, that's it. If it is not coming automatically, we can import it like this though. So then I think error has gone, that was fixed. Then coming to this counter reducer, we need to do some kind of things here. Const initial state equals to, it is an object, we'll create a count in this, it's a property, initially we'll keep that 0 there, and then coming to this state equals to initial state comma actions, action. Okay, after this just remove from this here, Control X, then we'll write down the switch case here. If condition also, some scenarios we can follow the if condition here. Action dot type, what is type I will tell you later, and first we need to write down default control colon return turn, return this state, Control C. Yeah, actually this first it is returning the default value, then we'll write down the cases, case incr, that means we need to take this incr like this. What is this? It's a constant. Where is that constant kind of thing here? Constants. We'll write down that constants, all the constants. Export const incr equals to, within double quotes, capital letters incr increment, then Alt Shift F, we'll come to here, we'll import that to here. Yes, that means here we are following this a variable kind of thing, not the string. If you use that string, double quote string, no, sometimes someone will remove this one, it will work, but bugs will come. incr, somewhere someone unexpectedly they may remove like this, then there is no error, it is not showing error. In that case, where is the bug, we cannot find out, but finally we can find out, but bugs will come. So for that purpose, to remove that one, and coming to this, use like this. For example, if you remove this one, Control Z, if you remove O single character, immediately giving the error here, immediately giving. So here itself we can, it is pointing out and knowing by us, that's it. That's why we should use the constants here. That's why we are maintaining the constant actions here like this. Coming to this, and we have to return, remove the caps letter, return, we need to return the object, that is dot state, spread operator we are using here for maintaining the previous values. Then what we have, count, count, count colon state dot count plus what we have, plus action dot payload. That means what is the payload? I'll tell you, action payload, action dot payload, action dot type also I'll tell you in the coming into this counter page, counter component. As of now, only counter count value we are going to update like this, state dot count plus action dot payload, like this. Alt Shift F, then Same thing for decrement also. Control C, apply this, Control V. It's not a NCR, it's a DCR. D E DCR is not available right now. Then we should go to this action, constant actions. Control C, Control V, copy paste it and remove. Rename it that DECR. Here also same thing, DECR. Then come to here and import it first. Yeah, imported. It's not a increment, it's a decrement. And likewise we need to focus on reset. What is that? Reset. I'll shift F. Case RST capital letters, and return. What it is going to return? return, that is initial state. What is RST? Reset, where is that? We need to create a constant for that. RST reset. Here also remove that RST reset and import here. That's it. So here initial value also create initial value, in the sense here reset means to 0. Then counter reducer exporting, and it's not required. Remove this from here. Okay, then coming to this counter, what we have here, all these things already. That means it's a reducer. Already I told you that it's a store, it is a reducer, it is a view, counter is the view now, and action is the action part. I will tell you now. Action is there, and the dispatcher actions will come into this counter. So store covered here, counter reducer covered here, view also covered here, and view how it is going to perform these actions will cover in this counter, and create the action methods here. And here already told that these actions constants. Now coming to this one by one, we'll cover these actions and constants in this. So at the same time, here we are going to follow the higher order component, that is connect, which is used for get the values from the store by using that mapStateToProps method and mapDispatchToProps method. So for that purpose, what we need to do here, just Control Z and use that connect. It's a small letters, connect. It is in Redux, that's why it is imported automatically, and it's a higher order component, so that we need to maintain the counter in the callback function. So here we should follow that connect. Before doing this, we need to write down the method, that is const mapStateToProps, and we need to write down the arrow function. Within this we are going to pass the state, state, and use the arrow function. Within this we are going to return object. That object contains what we need to, that count colon. This count, it's a variable we will use in this view part, and we need to get the value from the this counter reducer. How can we get the value from the counter reducer? This counter reducer is available in the store. So what we have in the store name is counter. So counter reducer, it is pointing the counter. So we need to focus on this counter. Where is that counter? Here. So how we can get this value? From the state variable only. So state dot counter, that means counter reducer we have here, and within this is the mapStateToProps, means it is getting the state value, state. Here we need to type state dot now we need to focus on state dot what is the reducer name is this counter. So counter counter dot what is the value there, this is the counter that we need to focus put it in this count. That means it's a Redux is a state management system, so that's why state dot counter dot count. State is a state management system, counter is the reducer. Within this reducer, which reducer is this one? Counter reducer. Counter reducer, what we have in the counter reducer initial value? Count. That's why we are getting the count. That means this initial value count we are getting into this counter. The flow is first go to this store contains reducer, reducer contains count. So first state dot store contains a count. It's a store contains a counter reducer name, and within this what we have the count value. This is the flow. So get this count, okay, and copy this and put it as a one parameter here. Then like that another dispatch we need to give it as a second parameter for this connect. So const map dispatch to props. Same, you can copy it and rename everything. Control C without wasting our time. Control V. Just rename this state instead of this dispatch. You can use dispatch, and here it's not a state, it's a dispatch. And remove this everything from here. Later we will come to here. Control C and pass as a second parameter. If you don't pass any second parameter, you keep it as null there. If you don't want pass anything here, you need to keep it null. Otherwise you may don't want pass here, you need to keep it null. The first position of this one mapStateToProps, second position is the of this connect is that second parameter is mapDispatchToProps. Okay, now this count value we need to display on the browser. So how can we display that on the browser? Here just use that react dot fragment, just move alt shift F, and here counter contains colon, here we can use that. Just this count value need to get the props dot count, otherwise destructure it here like count. If you don't use destructure, you need to write down the prop here, and here we need to apply the props dot count. Instead of that one I am directly using that count. So whether this count 0 is showing on that browser, we'll see. Refresh it, it's not coming here. Let's focus on that, why it is not showing there. Then coming to this counter, okay, yeah, it's coming after refreshing, it is coming 0. So instead of small letters, we'll display them in the counter. Caps, will apply that capital letters for this. Control X, use the H1 tag and keep it in brackets, curly brackets, that is matter. Control V, then Control Z, Control V, then you can see counter 0 initially. Then we need to write down the one by one, that is buttons will add in the view part. Control Z, dot row, it's a bootstrap class name. Within this dot col column 4 column came, and we can apply label label. What we have, count, count, not the count. Why should we use that? Directly we can use the button here. Then use that button, button button, okay, dot form control directly will apply this CSS. Control TROL, apply this. Yes. Here we should follow that. It's not a div, it is a button. BUTTON, button. That's it. Button name will give that. What we can give? Button name decrement. DECREMENT, decrement. And control C, control V, like that. 3 we'll add here. Increment, 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 and it is a reset, RESCT, reset. Then decrement, increment. Okay, showing good. And for individual we'll maintain control C, control V, control V. So first we'll remove these two, next we'll remove this one, and this one, all shift F. Then C, increment, decrement, increment, reset. So we'll write down the functionality for that decrement first. So we need to pass the dispatch. Here get this name is handle, HANDLE, handle decrement, decrement. Here we'll follow that, dispatch that, dispatch. Within this we need to pass that action. Before that we need to write down the action, that export const decrement DEC, decrement DEC action, DEC action, DECR action, action. It is a arrow function. We'll use that here. Also we'll get the value, how much value payload you want. Return within the curly bracket, this means as object. Here type, action type. Already we discussed now here what is action type, action dot type, that we are knowing here. And type colon, here we'll use that action constant. What is that? DECR, DECR. Side by side we will use that. Okay, so here we use that DECR constant value. Import it, imported, comma payload, payload, already discussed in this no counter. What is the payload here? Just look here, action dot payload, that will come across into this. Payload is that val, will pass that value. From where we can pass that val, I will show that. So use this DEC action here in the counter. Control V. What we need to pass before that, just import it, imported, and the value we are going to pass the value, decrement value is payload na. So how much you want to pass the value there? For example 1. If you don't pass any value, default value if you want mention there, you can mention that here actions in this value equal to 1. If you don't pass anything, value it is going to take as 1 only. So we are passing 1. So after this you can utilize this here, decrement. What we have, on click CLI. Within this, first of all we need to destructure here, so that then only we can utilize this. Control C and control V. So increment, handle decrement we are passing, and it is taking the value here. If you want pass the value from here, you can pass it, no problem. right? So already we mentioned one, no, here, whether it is working or not, we'll see. If you want pass from here also, you can pass, just pass it and get it here and use it here, that payload value. Okay, as of now it is not required, just we will verify whether it is working or not. Refresh it first of all, then click on decrement. Yeah, it is working fine, my negative value is showing, no? So here already we discussed, no, here if you want pass anything, some kind of value 1 something, here just get it as val b and keep it that b here. Let's check it whether it is going to work out or not. Just go to this, refresh it once again, refresh that, click on that, it's not working, so we need to pass that as a arrow function, then only it will work. That's it. Then we'll check it once again, refresh it. What happened? Warning, expected on click listener to be function instead of the value of object type, so it's an object type. So okay, later we'll see this one, control Z, we'll pass it as a 1 from here. In coming up video I'll tell you how to do that. So here it is working fine, decrement value, just refresh it. What happened to this? Already remove, no? Decrement value are passing. Okay, just refresh it. On click listener to be function, so it is a handle decrement. Yeah, same thing we are passing. If you can pass as a here by arrow function, we can pass the value from here and get the value here and pass it to as a parameter to here. And if you don't want to mention the constant value, you can use that let val equals to 1 and directly you can keep the val here, val, that's it. And just check it here whether it is following the decrement. Yes, it is working. So in this way also we can do, otherwise you can remove this, control X, and remove this value from here, and remove this as a arrow function from here, and remove this one also, directly pass the value here. That's it. Just compiling. Yeah, just refresh this. It is already stuck because of this one only. Just control CC and run this, it will work. Okay, meanwhile we'll do another one, alt shift F here, alt shift F, then handle decrement done, and same thing, copy, control C, and it's an object, it is a first property, this is the function, and give the comma here and do that same thing here and use that handle decrement instead of that handle increment, inc increment here, pass this as a decrement. So we need to create this action, control C, and this action, yeah, action only here, control V, just go through this decrement instead of this one, incr increment action. Here we will use that type is that inc, already incr is available in the constant, just import it, that's it. Okay, it is ready with us. Action, control C, get this and update here, control V, and import it. Yes, import it. Then we'll use that increment here, whether it is working or not, we'll decrement is working, increment is not working. Why? We'll see here. Dispatch handle increment. This increment we need to destructure here. Control V and write down the action for that. Control C and give it here. Control V and update this handle increment. Control C, update here. Alt Shift F. Then let's verify increment. It is working as we expected. It is working. Increment, decrement both are working. Now we'll focus on reset here. Then coming to reset, here also same. Control C, Control V. It is a reset, not increment. It is a reset. REST, reset. And here we need to write down the action. Just copy this and modify this as for reset, and reset reset action. So not required any value. If you want pass the value, pass it, no problem. So not required, so that here you can Control Z, initial value 0. If you don't pass any value, it becomes 0. So if you don't want pass anything, just hold it like this. Remove this value also, because already we have used this initial value in the counter reducer. Counter reducer initial value already assigned, no? So that's why no need to do anything, just pass the action only. Get this reset action to counter, apply here and import it, remove the payload. That's it. And get this handle reset and write down the here, destructure it and apply this event handling here for the reset button. Control V. Okay, then copy this reset and put it here. Control V. That's it. Then we'll verify on the browser it's going to reset or not. Not a number. Why it is saying like this? Not a number. Just will hold on. We did not pass anything value here. So counter value, counter reducer value, what is that? Initial value it is taking, that is 0. So what we have taken here, let's pass this value here. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think we need to set this. Our reaction is that RST and import it. Then it will come back and click on reset. Yeah, it is 0 now. Decrement it, reset, increment it, reset, increment and so on, and decrement, reset it, increment, decrement. Now do the increment, then reset them. So as we expected, it is working. So what we have done here, store is there, view is there. From view we are passing the actions and dispatching the actions. From view, counter is a view. From view we are passing the let's check it. Alt Shift T, Control Shift T, Control Shift T. Let's take that React Redux. Okay, you can compare with the previous image already discussed, no, starting. So compare with that. First one is that store. Within this store, what we have? Counter reducer. Counter reducer means this one. This is the counter reducer. Now from view we are dispatching the actions. Those will coming to this store. Which counter we are using? Within that counter, what we have? Counter reducer. Go to counter reducer and do the as per the scenario, do some business logic here and update the state. Updating the state here. So after updating state, those will be reflected in the counter. How it is reflecting? Through mapStateToProps it is reflecting here. Counter value. Again same situation. If you click on any button, those will be passed as a dispatch as a actions and go to the store In the store, what we have, counter, reducer, go to the reducer, and as per the logic it will update the state variable. Those state variable again will get it from here, mapStateToProps, and this count value we have destructured and updating. This is the scenario and concept of React Redux. It's a basic simple concept. So we didn't introduce in the API calling in this. Later videos we will do that. Up to now it is fine, I think. So that's it, friends. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.